I had always tried to be a hero, from when I joined my first server up until now. So when it came to tyrants ruling over SMPs, I intervened, until a new player had arrived, vowing to conquer not only this server, but every SMP they stood in. Knowing it wouldn't be easy, I took on the task of stopping it, for if I wanted to be a hero, this was the way to do it. My conquest first started here, the Daybreak SMP. Daybreak was known for its past history of failed events and conflicts, with two players being the ringleaders, Atomic and Samus. After some time they were imprisoned by the owner, Mickdude, for what was said to be forever, and everything was good. Well, it should have been. A player I was friends with prior to joining was in the process of starting a business. All was going well, and a building representing the business was constructed. Our original plan on the SMP was me joining and helping out with the project. Day 1 had arrived and we were already threatened by who we trusted with our lives. Day 2 came along and other members were turned against me. And by day 3, I was captured. With our business now being under attack, we planned a push. We were going to destroy everything referring to Asgardz on the server, ensuring he wouldn't be able to take everything as his own, as seen in other servers in the past. A player named Ravioli had captured me on the behalf of Asgardz to get information on our plan in stopping Asgardz and the PAC for good. You see, the PAC were an organization established a while before I joined the server. However, they had been disbanded until recently, taking Race Tower as their own and causing chaos in the first few days I was in. They gave everyone the promise of peace under one condition: they take full control of Spawn. Honestly, how original, bruh. Many were outraged, including myself, and it was important I made it out of this interrogation without giving them any information.
Go on.
Okay, I trust you.
Chat? No. I'm confused. If you leave right now, we'll kill you. I'd like you to tell us all of your plans.
I don't have any plans. I'm bluffing.
Why did you fall for this so easily?
Oh, I didn't fall for anything, Dan. I know exactly what's going on.
Give us one of the banners. I just want a single banner. Asgardz, look at... That's not one of them.
That's the banner I showed you. That's the banner I showed you. That's the banner I showed you.
You have one of Asgard's banners with a cross on it.
That's not my. That's not my banner. I didn't make that. Chat can even check the stream replay. There was no cross on it. You must be going insane.
I encourage you guys to keep supporting the Daybreak SMP because.
How are you today?
What's this?
Oh, it's actually the Asgard logo. This one.
You just okay.
I don't know if that's the Asgard logo.
Yeah, it might have a cross in it.
I don't really like it.
I think it's really pretty.
Thank you. I love it. I dropped you the exact same banner.
We don't need confused for anything. Let him go.
Okay.
I had just narrowly escaped with my life, and now knew what I was bringing myself into. From this point, I had already been bullied, harassed, and terrorized by one person in particular, Dan. He had killed me time after time, and made sure my life on the server was hell. Why this was? He must have been intimidated. And the best part is, before all of this, we were the closest of teammates. However, after a few weeks of him being on my team, he started to show his true colors. He made it clear what he actually wanted. He wanted to team with Asgardz, desperately too. He would go so far to destroy the only items he had possessed to gain one man's approval. And after seeing all of this, being disappointed would be an understatement. Despite all of this, I spent weeks looking for another player that could one-up Asgardz in PvP. A player to restore the friendship me and Dan once had, until I found the perfect player for the job. Before we'd even joined, we ran through the various plans to be used against Asgardz and the PAC. We thought of many PvP strategies and the right players to add to our plan. Once we did this, we would just have to wait it out. And after gathering enough players on our side and turning evil allies of Asgardz good, the opportunity presented itself like jewelry. It was now or never. Asgardz had survived. I had two options here: forget about this entire mission and just move on, or stay on the server to grant myself yet another opportunity to finish this once and for all. Daybreak's days were numbered, with tension between two of the server's biggest factions rising by the day. The PAC was still in control and everyone didn't seem to care too much, except for a few particular players, and even they rarely logged on. But if there's nobody else able to stop the server's biggest antagonists, then I will do what I must. I wasn't only ready to kill Asgardz, but everybody who stood in my way. This was a battle I wasn't likely to win, but with the sheer confidence and determination I had been building up just for a chance of saving the server, I had to win. After completely destroying the PAC tower, Asgardz wanted revenge. However, as I was ready to kill everyone and anyone, I stood my ground. These are the SMPs we struggled on. It was because they were seen as the best. Nobody knew who we were up until now.
You have nothing, you can't do anything. Asgardz.
After all this, you're just gonna leave? How are you gonna live with yourself knowing that you could have killed me, but you chose not to?
Our legacy, everything we have lived for, lost and gained, at this very moment is all in danger. Our materialistic needs will matter once they all go. Only image captured by our minds remain.
We obviously, you know what the PAC's been up to. They get away with everything around here.
I've heard.
With the opportunity presenting itself like fine wine, I think it's time we destroy them, once and for all. Right in front of everyone, for them to see.
I tried to help, but at the end of the day, there was nothing I could do.
So you tell me to be neutral, yet you also told me that you're building a country. How do you think that's gonna go down?
I don't know, Dan, but let me tell you something about myself. There used to be 4 other people who almost look exactly like me. We all lived together peacefully in secret until one of us gave our location away in exchange for gear and weaponry. After that, there was a lot of conflict between us. So much that ever since then, we scattered to different realms, and eventually I found myself here. We initially found each other in some sort of flat land. It's quite far away from here, I don't think you'll know. We all discussed how we were misled and trapped by some kind of mysterious figure. Trapped forever. Imagine that. Imagine everyone you knew before, you can't see them again. Anyways, one of us talked about having a friend there. We were all shocked at how it was 2 people to be misled at once. But oh well, you probably think that I'm even more crazy after telling you this. Now, what I was saying to you about some sort of country was just to get you to think that you had something on me. You don't have anything on me, and I hope you know that. So in that case, I'm giving you one last chance to think. Just think before you try anything risky again, because I promise you there is nothing in this realm that I'm not prepared to lose. It was true, I was about to lose everything. During the Wars of Daybreak, I discovered Nebulum, which had custom coded gems giving unique potion effects. Hoping to catch a break from all the troubles I faced in past servers, I stayed. With my loss against Asgardz, my confidence had taken a pretty big hit, and not only that, my legacy. People knew me as the powerful player who could stop anyone, a force to be reckoned with. I had now become a failed hero. Forgotten as time passed, I was no longer giving anyone a reason to count on me, and Minnow made sure I knew that. Minnow, the very player who I sided with during Daybreak, went rogue, encasing Spawn in a massive wall and dividing the server to 2 sides. Honestly, seeing Nebulum fall in a matter of weeks after being so peaceful genuinely demotivated me. I was never going to find peace. I was never going to be known as a hero, and ultimately, I was never going to be at rest. But I'm not gonna lie, after seeing not only what I'd become, but what I used to be, reflecting on how much I grew over these last 6 months, I knew this was far from the end of my story. Yes, I hadn't built up the courage to confront Minnow. However, I looked around, saw the people beside me, and I imagined the look on their faces, the joy as I continued to protect Nebulum, persevering my legacy and my future.
This Minecraft server has seen many conflicts and wars over the time of its launch a few months ago, but why it has seen so much was because of one team. Team Escapia. They have killed, stolen, bullied, and terrorized us. But above all that, they have taken spawn from us, banishing all of us and taking away the very things we built, and most importantly, our homes.
Compassion and Dan know where the voice is, and they're gonna get to it. But we can kill it before them, right? It's complicated, but yes, we can stop it before them. So what exactly are we waiting for? You see, Compassion went here, on the Skyfall map, to see Dan. It also happens to be where Wisdom is. So what's the big deal? That's where the voice is. They're gonna kill it and act like the heroes of all of our lives. So what we're gonna do is go to the Skyfall realm and find Compassion's location. Should be there with Dan. You're gonna use this compass to track me when needed. And what's gonna happen when you see them? What I must do. Good luck. I'll see you around. My legacy had been saved, but I wasn't anywhere near rest. Weeks after Daybreak ended, I found myself in a new server, this one being called the Skyfall SMP. At this point, I knew there would be chaos, but what I came to find out was far worse than anyone could imagine. It's the same players are! The same players from Daybreak who literally threatened me on the first days of the server were in this one. You know that isn't good. Asgardz had another server to conquer, and I had another server to save. The weeks leading up to this event were nothing short of chaotic, with players using hacks to track each other to whole countries being destroyed. Amidst all of this, I joined a team called the Tiger Defense, and our goal was to protect all non-creators from Asgardz's team. Asgardz's plan was to torture players who didn't have YouTube channels through their spawn points and put them in an inescapable prison. More and more people joined Asgardz's team, feeling threatened and powerless. We needed to organize an event that Asgardz couldn't show up to and manipulate everyone fast. We needed to rally all the non-creators, with a speech so memorable it would stop the server from falling apart.
I feel like I'm literally about to get jumped right now.
Yeah, you're about to get.
I mean,
where is everyone?
Oh, they were running away.
No.
It doesn't look like anyone's standing with you.
There wasn't a conflict to begin with. It was all you guys.
That's what made the server great.
No.
Everything was it was a complete shithole. No one played anymore. You guys have lost so much. Don't you want to win? Like once? You're gonna stay with Banana and die?
You guys are saying we are the bad ones. At least we gave up.
What is that?
It's a blue Power Ranger.
my finger's slipping.
I've always helped you.
You said we never would take a fight, right? We were scared.
There's a player that I found even worse than Asgardz, far more cunning and sinister. The reason why all of this happened, the reason why Asgardz found and fought me in Daybreak, the reason why I was interrogated and tortured, it was all him.
What are you doing here? I gotta go.
This rally had demonstrated the sheer chaos SMPs face today. Asgardz was never going to leave us alone. With constant interrogation following up with conflict, I had duped enchanted golden apples, breaking more and more rules, as if they were going to play dirty and bend the rules of the server, then we would be the dirtiest.
Things are different too.
They had used hacks, they had spawn killed, they had built lag generating prisons and had spawned withers, but I would get the last laugh no matter what. This SMP and my legacy weren't being saved. Now, more apparent than ever, I believe that the one thing better than being loved is being feared. Bro, look at this. Me and what's left of my team hatched a plan. We were ready to send a message, even if it meant betraying our own. I feel like every time I side with someone, every time I let my guard down, I get betrayed, no matter what realm I'm in. Also, wait, why did this set us for using locating maps just now? Space was working with Asgardz this entire time. When we destroyed their base, they thought we used locator maps, but we just convinced Space to give us the coordinates. Infuriated by this, Asgardz used locator maps to track me. But little did he know, I was ready for this. I had practiced dodging crystals, I had all the gear I could imagine, and now I had a tyrant to destroy.
Who's this? It's Asgardz! It's his fault if he's angry at me for finding an illegal base.
They don't know me, son. I popped him. But I'm literally about to kill him. Oh! During the fight, Asgardz was using illegal items to have the upper hand. I think this guy might have forgotten that I used to play on the Tempest SMP, but now, as I consume this illegal strength bottle, I will show him why I used to be regarded as the deadliest. He's not even that good at crystalling compared to the people I practiced with. He just popped in the cave. I'm coming back in. 2v1ing. My god, why am I getting combos? 1355.92. Killed Dan. We had easily killed Dan. Now all we needed to do is conquer the deadliest Minecraft bedrock YouTuber using an ancient technique unknown to most today. The black and yellow double takedown. He pulled that way. I meticulously aimed and shot an arrow containing a slow falling effect.
Why is he turning? I hit him with slow falling.
While my companion over here immediately jumped into action, ready to conquer.
We sent him flying.
Asgardz and Dan had lost the fight. However, I would be wrong to say that they hadn't already conquered Skyfall, but we had showed them that we're not going to let Skyfall crumble that easily. A final battle was arranged, where it will be us against Asgardz and the rest of the server. I thought to myself, questioning if I was even a hero to begin with. A true hero wouldn't have to fight an entire server. A true hero wouldn't have to break the rules of the server they're trying to protect. Yes, I had succeeded in taking them down, but I let the pride get to my head. The pride of victory. The pride of being better than my opponents. So as I took one final gaze at the now ruined landscape, I thought of how I could have done things better. For not only myself, but everyone around me. But I had unfinished business. Why are you here? You don't know why I'm here. You'll never know why I'm doing this, and you'll never understand. Maybe because what you're saying doesn't even make any sense. For the last 4 years, you have made my life hell. You tried to kill me multiple times, and you still think that maybe, just maybe, I might be able to understand. Manipulation, I am not scared of you, and I never was.
Compassion, I killed the... What are you doing here?
You killed the voice. Nah, I'm not having that. You cannot just do this to us and act like a hero. I've killed for this opportunity, and you take it away from me?
Everyone you have killed is through your own actions.
I'll kill you. You did not ruin my life to turn into a hero. You might have killed the voice, but you were always a slave to it.
That was out of my control. You weren't supposed to be tortured.
Then who was it then?
That was supposed to be Compassion.
So your best friend, who you grew up with, found the voice with, watched die, you were going to torture. I forgave Dan. I've acknowledged that he's changed, but as for you, you are nothing but vengeful. You got 2 of us killed. Remember that. You all hardly even remember their names. There were 6 of us, and you gave us away, knowing we were in hiding. Heck, you You even brought the voice to us after everything. It's why we have to wear these blindfolds. Is it not compassion?
You made things worse.
I'll put a sword through you, like he did to everyone closest to you, yeah? The voice had you on the ground. You did not. You were the reason for that. For all of this. All my life, I wanted to be a hero. I fought through all of these realms, brought peace to them to protect the people around me. I wanted good, and I still do. I don't want to do this, but you leave me alone.
Compassion, are you okay? Vengeance, he killed wisdom.
He said he wanted to be a hero. Why would he do that?
He was lying. All that hero stuff, saving realms, he never did any of that. To be a hero, you have to get blood on your hands.
Dan! Dan, please respond to me.
Compassion.
Hey, Dan.
You already are a hero.
You're great. You saved us.
You are a great friend.
We can still get out of here. You know.
No, Compassion. I can be greater. I can save the universe. Thank you.
Wake up. Wake up. I know you're trying to play a prank on me. I'm sorry for faking my death in the castle. Please. Dan. Oh, Dan. You were a traitor to all of us. You killed my best friend. This was the last person I had, and you took that away from me. Compassion, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all of this. Vengeance was actually looking for the voice. He was being a hero. He did great things. And what did you do? Kill my only family. You never wanted to kill the voice. You just wanted to kill that growing lust for revenge you had. And you know, I might have just been the worst brother to ever walk the universe. I don't feel pity. Compassion. I've always been terrible to you. And you've been nothing but good to me. And I took that for granted. I'm sorry for everything I did to you and Dan. You tried to kill me, Manipulation. I loved you. Manipulation? Come on, Manipulation. I didn't even hit you hard. Manipulation? It will be peaceful. Just please, just get up. Just get up. I know you just wanted peace to begin with. You were a good brother, Manipulation. Brother! I've lived through endless guilt. I've tried to help people, but I couldn't. Perhaps I hadn't been honest to all of you still watching. I was Manipulation's brother, by blood, yes. We all met in the Neverlasting realm. It's where co-fuse began. We were a team, dedicated to saving the realms. Some did poorly, others left a great legacy. If I could go back 4 months, 8 months, a year, 5 years, I would have done better. I'm sorry to anyone watching I've ever hurt before, because if you do not apologize soon, then it might just be too late. So this is it. If you watch this video all the way to the end, then there's a good chance you enjoy this style of Minecraft content. I have past uploads similar to this that won't disappoint, and a like would be helpful as I'm trying to change SMP content for the better. Thank you everyone so much who have helped me over the past few months, from the owners to the inactive members. Each one of you have made these SMPs and videos what they are today. Without all of you guys, I would not be able to post this video.